What is that particular word? What is that particular thing which is being discussed on all the national televisions, international televisions, and all the social media platforms, which is happening in this content of ours today? And that particular word is this word, tariffs. What are those tariffs? What are the advantages of these tariffs? And what are the disadvantages of these tariffs? With examples, so that you can get clarification about these tariffs, which has become the topic of the world. Tariffs are simply taxes and duties imposed by a government on imports of goods and services. What are the advantages of tariffs? The first advantage of tariffs is protect domestic industries. When the government imposes high tariffs on the foreign industries, which we import goods, which a country import goods from, it will promote the local industries. How? Let's say an electronic, let's say a textile industry. When a government imposes a lot of taxes on the inputs, the local industries will sell their goods on a cheaper prices, which promotes the local industries and do away with the foreign goods and services. The second advantage is that the government gets to increase revenue. The government gets to get revenue from the tariffs on imported goods. For example, we import luxury cars from China, from Japan. The luxury cars were entering this country with a figure of 1 million. This is an example. And the government introduced a 20% tariff. That is 200,000 taxes or duties a government gets from that particular import of a car. And the government can use this particular money it gets from this imported car and other goods and services to develop its own country, to develop its own infrastructure from those raised tariffs. Number 3, the advantages is promotes local employment. The local industries, let's say a textile industry in Kenya will have a lot of opportunity to sell its goods on a lower prices, and the consumers, which is us the citizens, will buy a lot of goods from that particular company, which at the end it sustains its employees because there is no competition from outside goods, from foreign goods. Or at some point when the sales or when the revenue increases from that particular local industry, it gets to employ a lot of manpower, or a lot of employees will get opportunities from that particular company. Number 4, reduces trade deficit. When a country has a lot of imports more than exports, that particular country has a problem. It means you're depending on other countries to run the affairs of your own country, to feed your own country, to sustain your own country. So when a government of the day introduces a lot of tariffs, it wants to control the deficit between the exports and the imports. They want to equalize the imports and the exports, or they want the exports to be more than the imports. And that is clear goal on why government introduces tariffs on imported foreign goods. Now, let's move to the disadvantages. Now, these are the disadvantages of tariffs. The first disadvantage is higher prices for consumers. When the imported goods are imposed on tariffs, they become so expensive, and the consumers will use a lot of money to buy these particular products. And also the local producers will also take this advantage and will raise the prices of their products as well. at the end hurting the consumer. Number two, risk of retaliation. Risk of retaliation means the other country which has been imposed on tariff may respond with other tariffs which at the end affects our export. Let me give you this example. Now there is a tariff war between USA and China. USA imposed a tariff on China and China responded back with 84% tariff on the goods and services from USA. USA escalated the matter and imposed 145% tariffs on the goods imported from China. Those particular responses and wars is a disadvantage. Limited product variety. You see, when you import goods from foreign countries or from outside, there is a lot of varieties. There are a lot of electronics. There is a lot of textile materials. A consumer can choose from any electronic, from any textile material, from any steel material, from any car input. And the goods which are in the country, they become limited variety, and consumer will be forced to just use that particular product he has on his disposal rather than him getting a lot of goods outside the country. That is our intake today. What do you understand by tariff? Leave us a comment, share, and like this insightful information. Thank you so much.